Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Jimmy and this is Patriots Glow. And in today's video, I'm gonna either need you to grab a 2x10 or a 1x10 if you want this project to be a little bit lighter. The 2x10 is a hefty boy, just like me. So if you want it to be a little bit lighter, grab a 1x10 because that's what you're gonna need for this project. It's gonna be a 1x10x8 or a 2x10x8. You're gonna need that to make two of these, and that's how we are hopefully going to get our $150. Hobble a little bit of material together, a little bit of extra material. You can pull off a decent amount of profit out of this project. So let's go ahead and get into it. Make sure you always remove the staples out of the ends of your boards and clean up those end pieces. Take off the smallest amount that you possibly can here because you are going to need this entire board for this project here. Okay, so you can cut these however you want to, but if you want to get two of these out of one board, you're going to have to make these cuts right here. I don't do these exact cuts for this build because mine is going to be specifically for the way I am building it, but you need to make two 27-inch cuts, and then right after that you are going to make 8 5-inch cuts. Now you can do that in whatever order you'd like, but you can do it just like that. Now that will account for the 1/8-inch kerf that you should have, and you will have just enough board length for this if you have an 8-foot board. So it will use up almost everything that you have. I'm pretty sure that you understand the whole concept that we are going to go ahead and come through and make all those cuts. So I'm going to go ahead and skip past this and get to the next portion. All right, so I'm really lucky that I went ahead and took some personal notes here, because when I took the measurements after I did everything, I definitely wrote down the wrong notes afterwards. So when I was playing the video back, I did get the correct measurements that I'm marking out here. And from the outside, I marked in 1 inch. And then from the outside of that board, I went in 2 inches. Now it's very important, depending on how you do this, that you do go far enough inside that board, because some boards tend to crack if you're drilling holes in there. Now I ended up using 1 inch and 1/8 spade bit to drill all of my holes here, because I am going to take 1 inch thick rope for the rest of this project, and that's going to weave in and out of these holes. Now I only go all the way until that spade bit just starts to pierce the other side, and then I stop. I flip that board over. Then I go ahead and finish that hole off from the other side so that I don't have any blowout and tear that board. Now I come back through all of these holes and I actually sand the inside of that and the edges of these holes with a sanding drum kit for drill presses and power drills. I'll link everything that I use down in the description box or in the little tag section. So if you guys need or want any of that, you can go down there. There will be affiliate links. It helps the channel. It helps me. If you need any of that, help yourself. Go down and click on the links if you want. If you don't want to, I'm not your dad. You do whatever you want. Just make sure you come back through, sand everything, make sure everything's nice and smooth. Now, just like a big old dingle dork, I went ahead and did everything and completely forgot about my big board. I had to come back through and drill those holes on that board as well. So we went ahead and finished that board up as well. Now, all I can do is tell you to take that 1 inch from the top, because for me, it's going to be a little bit bigger from the top here than what it normally would be. So it will look a little bit different than yours if you are doing it off of my measurements here. So take it from 1 inch from the top. Mine is going to look a lot different. I'm coming through with a Bombay Mahogany by Bayer. I really like the Bombay mahogany, and I really like all of the stains from Bayer's. So that really, that's just what I end up using. And as tedious as it is, I think this is the worst part about doing any projects like this with the holes drilled out, is putting the stain in every single one of these holes. Now, once you get everything stained, you can either put a top coat on it before this, or you can do this right afterwards. I flipped this on its front side, and I'm actually going to start attaching the shelves from the back side while it's sitting on its belly. And I just measure up from the bottom side, and I'm going to measure up a couple of inches from the bottom, drill pilot holes so that I don't crack anything, and then start drilling 3-inch screws from the backside to attach these. And I am drilling long screws in there because it is going to end up holding a lot of weight by the time I'm done with it. So I want to make sure that it has enough strength to make sure that this does not have any issues. After I went ahead and set my first marker, I was able to flip it on its side and then just measure it from there and keep everything moving. It went a lot faster after I got that first bottom portion measured and drilled in. Once they're all together and you can look at everything from the front side, just make sure everything's even and equal. If anything's off, just go ahead and pull that drill out, unscrew that, readjust, and screw it back in. Just try to make sure everything's nice and even. That's all you got to do. Now, here's the real fun part. The way that I end up doing this is I use electrical tape to tape up those ends and then feed my rope through. It makes it a lot easier. So if you have electrical tape, just make sure you tape up your ends. I did not do that originally here. And then I'm like, man, maybe I want to do that. So that is a quick way to end up getting this done. Once that rope is fed all the way through, I take it to the back side. I overlap these ropes and then I tape them together once again because I want both of these ropes to be used to hold this rack up. So I'm actually going to tape these together once everything's up and hanging up right here. All right, everybody, there you go. One board, you can get 2 of these. Now, mind you, this is going to be a lot lower, but I want this so that I can actually put a laser engraving on the top of this. So depending on the style, what you actually do with it, if you go off of the measurements that I gave you, you'll be able to make 2 of these. But if you take the measurements into your own hands, then they might change a little bit. So do with that what you will. Now let's go over pricing real quick. What I would price these at, I would price these right about $75 depending on where I'm marketing them, how I'm marketing them, how I stage them. But it depends on your local market, who you are, craftsmanship behind them. You guys are a really good craftsmen out there, so I'm sure you guys can get $75. If not, market it how you want. Some areas are going to be more, some areas are going to be less. It all just depends on where you're at and who you're selling to. Because obviously we'll get a lot of different answers. I'm going to hear $35. I'm going to hear $175. I'm going to hear it's trash. I'm going to hear I don't value my time. So go ahead, let me know what you guys think down in the comment box below. Now, depending on your area, let me know what you think that you would realistically be able to get for something like this in your area. I would really like to know what something like this in your area would sell for. All right, and if you guys do like the video, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, and if you do hit the like button, go ahead and hit that hype button as well. It helps the channel. It helps us get out there and get known. And like always, you guys are the foundation that this channel is built on. I love you guys, and I hope to catch you in the next video.